Yo, we back. This should work a lot better than it used to do in the day, right? Some people might still need to refresh. Damn it, one day Twitch will actually always bring the video back up, you know, as soon as people start streaming again. Alright, here we are. Raiden gets knocked out by Olga. Three Dog gets knocked out and wakes up as DRK. Damn. So what we're gonna see here is actual MGS1 footage. When the camera goes down, it's actually liquid there.
He was when Olga brought him in. I've checked everything, including the genome data, but there's nothing on this guy. NSA, CIA,
It's
FBI.
because, you know, that's what you'd expect.
He doesn't exist in any database. He's a non-existent operative from a non-existent organization.
I suspected as much. However, I know this man. Wake him up.
That's it. We got captured. Obviously, we got to see the torture room and liquid. But even the torture is fake.
It's been a while, hasn't it? Jack the Ripper?
You know this fellow?
You remember me, don't you? You've grown.
Again, because you'd expect to have to
High
tap the button here.
concentration of cerebral implants.
But this doesn't actually do anything.
Have they altered your memory?
You don't have to press anything here. The two runs out and nothing happens.
This is my son. I taught him everything. Jack, I never thought I'd see you again.
You know me?
You don't remember. Your name, your skills. Everything you know, you learned from me. The 80s. A civil war. You were one of the best among the child soldiers that fought in that conflict. When you were barely 10 years old, you became the platoon leader of the small boy unit. At the time, your outstanding kill record earned you several nicknames, including White Devil and Jack the Ripper. Jack, I was your godfather. I named you. When the war ended, you disappeared from the... I wondered what happened to you. I should have known they would recruit you.
It's an interesting coincidence.
If he's a lackey for the Patriots, I doubt he knows anything of interest.
What should we do with him?
We'll use him like you suggested.
What about Dead Cell?
Ignore them.
We had a small F because I was checking the brightness there. Apparently it doesn't
Happening
let me do
again?
that.
Could it be that he's here too?
It's fine, I'll leave it alone now.
In another hour, we demonstrate the power of Arsenal gear.
Attack with standard weapons, of course.
Yes, proceed as planned.
At last report, all is well with GW.
How about the troops?
The men are being refitted with Arsenal gear equipment as ordered. You're the spitting image of Big Boss.
Is that so? Perhaps I should be grateful to this kid for that.
This situation, I find it very nostalgic.
Where am I?
Why, inside Arsenal Gear, of course. Actually, we're also inside the memory of Shadow Moses. I'll take this back. You don't need this anymore, do you? A foul wind is blowing. We shall speak again.
Man, Olga must stink.
Don't move. Stay as you are. We're being monitored by a camera.
What are you up to?
I'm switching over to nanocommunication.
Mr. X? Ninja?
Correct. It's me.
I thought you were the leader of the Russian troops.
No, that was just a smokescreen.
A smokescreen?
I was sent to provide you support.
Support? Who sent you? The Colonel?
No, the Patriots.
What?
I deceived my troops, betrayed them.
But why?
My child is being held hostage by the Patriots. It all started 2 years ago when I lost my father during the tanker incident. My men and I had nowhere to go, so we joined forces with an illegal Russian organization.
The Russian Mafia?
Something like that, actually. I learned much later that it was a subordinate organization of the Patriots. I was expecting at the time. When I gave birth to my child, it turned out I was in a hospital run by the Patriots. In the morning, my child was gone. My baby is being kept somewhere in this country.
Have you ever met your child?
No. Once a month, they send me a photo of my child via network. I've never even held the child in my own arms.
I see. Given your situation, nobody can blame you for what you did.
That's your opinion.
What about Snake? I thought you were enemies.
He wasn't responsible for my father's death. Actually, we owe him our lives. 2 years ago, they were responsible for getting us out of the sinking tanker alive.
So you were partners since the incident?
No, I only found out the truth shortly before this.
Huh?
When I confronted him here.
You fought with Snake? When?
Well, it was around the time you were holding hands with that girl.
Snake. So you joined hands with him to pay back a debt.
No, mutual gain.
Mutual gain?
My job was to assist you. If Solidus gets away with Arsenal, your mission is a failure. The Patriots would judge that as failure on my part, and terminate my child. Putting it simply, my child's life depends on your success.
So you did it all for your child. But why would the Patriots want to help me? Are they hoping I'll take Solidus out?
No, you're just like me. We're just pawns.
Pawns for what purpose?
The S3 plan.
Huh?
You'll figure it out sooner or later, but I wonder if you'll handle the truth.
What do you mean?
Listen, we haven't got time for this. Solidus will commence his attack any minute. He's got to be stopped.
What about the virus?
No results so far. I think the Patriots have tampered with the program.
Will it work?
I don't know.
Get me out of this thing.
Not yet. I'll release your restraints after I leave this room.
Where's my gear?
Snake's got everything. I couldn't bring it here.
And where do I find Snake?
The passageway ahead leads to a hangar. He'll be waiting there. I gave him a card key for the hangar.
Does Snake plan to destroy Arsenal Gear?
No, even for Snake, it's impossible to completely destroy this thing. The only option is to stop Solidus and his men.
What are you going to do?
Stay concealed. That's my role. I still can't afford to be discovered.
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while. Brace yourself.
Oh, so little damage. just stuck here waiting for Rose to call. Little sound effects if you try to break out.
Jack, are you all right?
Oh, yeah.
Jack, is it true? What Solidus said?
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Drafting small children, sending them to war? It's not allowed under international conventions.
ICC rules don't mean a lot in war. Someone told me that there are over 300,000 children in combat right now. I was just one of them.
So you remember. I thought your memory had been manipulated by them.
It was, but I have nightmares every day. Pieces of the past I can't put together.
Why didn't you tell me?
You couldn't begin to understand.
You wouldn't know that until you try me.
I didn't want you to get hurt. There was never a real reason for me to fight, except that someone put a gun in my hand. And that someone was him.
It wasn't your fault.
If I survived the day's fight, I was praised, fed, and had a bed to sleep in. I think I was only 6 when I held my first AK. But I'm not even sure of that.
Jack.
I'm not like Snake. I never questioned why we fought. There was no purpose, no way out. They give you a gun, you ask how many to kill. If you didn't, you were the one they shot instead.
It's okay. No one is blaming you.
We were shown Hollywood action films every day. The kind with macho guys and big guns. They call it image training.
Ugh.
They built us from the ground up into killing machines. We were fed once a day. I can still taste the gunpowder they mixed into the food.
Gunpowder? In the food?
The gunpowder had toluene in it, giving it hallucinogenic properties. It kept us drugged, controllable.
Oh my God!
When the Civil War ended, those of us who survived were taken in by NGOs. They gave me a new life in the States. I can't complain. But nothing's changed. The only people who have no problem with my past have secrets and agendas of their own. Terrible nightmares. Every night. I can never forget.
Jack.
I'm afraid of the night. That's why I don't sleep next to you.
You should have told me.
Told you what? That I'm a killer? And always have been?
No, no.
What I hate more than anything else in the world is my own past. I didn't want you or anyone to know about it. Now I know why I was chosen for this mission. No one can take him on, take him down, except me. I've been kept alive this long for this. I knew as soon as I saw Solidus.
Jack, I love you the way you are now. You have to believe me. I didn't know anything about you, I admit that. Where you were born, how you grew up. But I know that now. And I know that what I feel for you can only get better. And I'll share in your past if that's the price.
It doesn't work that way. No one can share the burden of what I've done. It's not one of those warm and fuzzy things couples share.
I accept the good and the bad, Jack. That's what you do for someone you love.
I don't want to share my past with anyone. I just want to forget about it.
Jack, I haven't told you, about what I've done.
The last 2 years with you, it's been more than I've ever hoped for.
Jack.
But I can't go any farther. I know you want to get married. But I can't. I can't risk starting a family. There's no way to erase my childhood.
It's all right, Jack. Please, don't say any more.
Nice. the finisher.
Whatever.
Double, even. Alright, so what's going on here? We got a few bits. This is Shoopov and Champion World with 100 bits each. Those are 3 dogs bits now. Thank you guys. Vin Man with a 3 months resub. Also, thank you. So, this area is pretty much exactly like the torture room in MGS1 except for one little detail. This is just conveniently placed here, you know. There's a can with straw in it, just in case you decide to do this. And yeah. So yeah, Snake had pants on, but Raiden, you know, isn't as cool as Snake, so he doesn't get to keep his pants for this. And the whole thing with Raiden being naked, Kojima's original idea was to actually have a dick in the game, but if you tried to look at it, you would get a game over. Yo, Safi with a 5, give the subs, nice, thank you. Guys, enjoy. So if you really tried to like move the camera, the character, or whatever, and see the dick, it would give you a game over. But who knows what's going on in there. Oh god, the zoom. But we can find out soon enough. But yeah, the other thing that's going on right now is that as we approach the end of the game, and you know, Raiden is made more of his own character rather than just being simply a stand-in for the player. We see Raiden open up more, we see Raiden talk about his past, and initially he's like a blank slate, right? Because he's mostly a stand-in for the player who has played MGS1. But as we near the end, then Raiden's past is revealed to make him more of his own character, so that eventually he breaks away, quite literally, when he throws his dog tags away at the end. He breaks away completely from, you know, being a stand-in for the player, and also getting away from his past and trying to, again, failing miserably, unfortunately, but trying to, you know, start over. So that's why we're getting all this background on Raiden only now. You're told he's a blank slate, no experience or anything, only VR up until now. But the real question is, how big is his dick? Let's find out. We don't care about any of that stuff. We only care about how big his dick is.
Raiden, do you copy? You must continue your mission.
I've lost all my gear.
Mission.
I need to locate Snake.
He was never factored into the simulation. Leave him out of this.
I can't do much naked, especially in this temperature.
That's true. You won't be able to attack or enter the hanging mode either.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is, mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not? This is a type of role-playing game. The point is that you play out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete your mission, according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
Exactly. What do you mean by that?
Yay,
Over
keep her.
and out.
Hey. Hey, you. You wanna see my dick?
Who's there? Who's that enemy intruder sighting?
wish I had that.
Oh. See, Raiden is hung. I knew it. I lost in Japanese.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they on pursuit? Fighting is not an option without your weapons. Find some kind of cover fast.
I don't know.
Another tactic is to trick the enemy.
Yeah,
You could pretend you're still in restraints.
I love you.
Did they actually tell you to do this?
Raiden, you won't be able to hang, throw, or chokehold anyone in your current state.
Why not?
Is it really necessary to ask? It's just not a good idea to perform those maneuvers. There could be complications.
Oh, really, Jack? Do we have to spell it out for you? Really?
That would explain everything.
But of course. Thanks, Kiefer.
Raiden, with nothing to protect your body, any attack you sustain will cause greater damage than usual. Avoid combat at all
I don't
costs.
feel like it.
There could be complications. So that's a pretty big complication right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right into the taint. Alright. Let's see what else we have. Oh, none of these people are really available.
Did you call Jack?
Yeah.
Jack, I was serious when I said I wanted you to propose to me.
Rose?
I was really worried. There are times when it seems like you're not really looking at me and that if I looked away for a moment, you'll disappear. I wanted to make sure you couldn't get away. I thought that if we lived together, maybe things would change. That maybe we could change things ourselves. But that wasn't the problem. There was something deeper.
I'm sorry.
I guess it's impossible for me.
What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Jack. I love you. I really do. Please believe me. Whatever happens.
Rose?
Bye, Jack.
Whatever button isn't working, unfortunately. It's funny how the Colonel says, we've got Rose, and then she's still, available to talk, and Raiden doesn't really ask her anything. Can we wait out this caution, maybe?
Everything all right, Jack?
Maybe.
Take care, Jack.
And she's like depressed now. Alright, let's do this with caution. Do we already have the different... Yes, we do. Loading screen areas. New York 52nd Street. Whatever it is, Aoyama Nichon, his Funabashi City. The area names are freaking out. Oh, they even start doing that before the Colonel does that. Oh, interesting. So our interface is freaking out already. Might as well. Alright, hello.
Who's there?
The Tengus are pretty blind. I don't know why I did that, but it was satisfying. Something about going around punching people in the nuts while you're naked. He's just gonna go into a caution now. That's dumb.
Who's there?
Oh god, that was really close. So no matter what the difficulty level, the Tengus are always this blind because I guess they need to balance out the fact that you have no weapons, you're naked. So they're all weak. Oh shit, here it comes. Or blind, at least.
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry, it's a game. It's a game just like usual.
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky, to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Suddenly, there was intense light all around me, and when I came to, I was home. What do you think happened to me?
Huh?
Fine. Forget it.
Alright, now it begins.
Understood. All units exercise extreme caution.
Holy shit, I was really delayed. I pressed select and it took like an hour.
Infiltrate the enemy fortress. Outer Heaven. Destroy the final weapon. Metal Gear.
Alright. Whatever you say, Colonel. Oh shit, he saw me. From there? Okay. God damn it. I couldn't find his dick.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
That was problematic.
All units exercise extreme caution.
That was from Metal Gear, the very first game we played in the marathon, actually. So if you go to the beginning of the VOD, the marathon, that's the first game we played. It might seem that the Colonel is just saying random shit now, but there is a logic to it.
That's exactly it.
That's exactly it. So, let's get a few more calls here. Hello? He's probably ignoring him in the hope they will go away, yeah. Maybe if I ignore him, he'll leave me alone.
Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time?
No, I really like messing with this dude. Oh, there you go. I think looking in first person probably changes the location a little bit. Finally, he noticed. However, no dick, whatever. It seems a little more complicated because the punch animation changes. It's a little harder to punch dicks. Raiden is just bleeding all over the place. Hold on.
An anemone or clematis plant's juice can cause a rash. When pruning them, it's a good idea to wear gloves.
Yep, so all of the areas, they have digestive organs names. Wait, not reproductive, digestive.
North American fall webworm in my past life. Oh, those were the good old days. What were you in your former life?
So the colon, the rectum, we are going through, you know, the belly of the beast, and Raiden is being slowly digested and shat out.
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You can just go home.
So now that the virus is in effect, well, hold on, we gotta look at Kojima's porn stash first. Not now, Colonel. I'm a little busy. God. So just in case anybody's confused, that's actually in the game. In this day and age, you never know with Twitch what people might think. But no, that's in the game. Alright.
Actually, there is something I have been meaning to tell you, but I just couldn't. I think you should know, though. On Saturday morning last week, I saw a guy leaving Rosemary's room. How should I put it? It was like they were intimate. I'm sorry. Sorry to bring this up during the mission, but...
That guy was me, right?
But of course.
Maybe it was Vulcan. Nice.
Variety level 13. Rescue Meryl. The return of Ginola.
You might think that's the most random shit ever, right? But now that the virus is in effect, what's happening is that the Colonel is still doing the same thing. He's still pulling, you know, memories from the other games he should have played. The only thing that goes slightly different is that now he doesn't check whether those things are relevant to what's going on. So, and he's not simply pulling lines from MGS1 anymore, like, you know, like he was doing throughout the game before the virus. So now we get things from Ghost Babel, from VR missions, from Metal Gear 1, and like random Wikipedia articles.
You got a PSG-1? You can use that against Sniper Wolf. Hurry up and save Meryl.
And you get the Japanese train stops, you get random texts that people might be exchanging, you know?
President Baker should be somewhere to the south of where you blasted through the wall. Hurry and save him before the terrorists discover his code.
So it's not completely crazy or not completely random. It's still pulling from, you know, your memories and expectations of MGS1, but it's like, oops, doesn't apply here. Because the virus is messing it up.
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in
Look at his face.
Flapjaw's face with the tuning fork does a wrong.
Ah, we got the Ghost Babel thing.
I need scissors. 61.
Damn. Did you guys catch that? It was very, very quick. So, not only we got the famous Scissor 61 thing, we also got another one of Blue Point's fuck-ups. Very rarely, very, very rarely, the Colonel's portrait will actually change to, you know, the Ghost Babel Campbell one. Except in the HD edition, Blue Point fucked it up and left it in little, maybe original resolution, I don't know. It just only covers top left corner of the Colonel's portrait instead of the whole thing. So you guys can go back and clip that call that just happened, look at the Colonel's face change. At one point you will see a tiny little, oh shit, we got a cold, that's rare. A tiny little rectangular portrait in the top left of the bigger portrait because Blue Point fucked it up. Yep.
Actually, I'm
That was pretty
in
rare.
bad shape financially. I pay money to my ex-wife as part of our divorce settlement, among other bills. I just had no choice but to make you pay for lunch the other day. I'm really sorry.
Okay, this could be like a random text. Because GW also has access, you know, to all the information and shit that's going on in the rest of the world right now. So, he's pulling from that as well.
Your mission is to infiltrate the Fortress Galloway, rescue the hostages, and neutralize Metal Gear before its assembly is complete.
There, that's Ghost Babel.
Actually, there is something I have been meaning to tell you, but I just couldn't. I think you should know them.
Not again.
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw Space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock. I need scissors. 61.
Yeah, his face wasn't changing at all there. So it's pretty random. Whatever call you get and whatever face changing thing you get.
I was a North American fall web.
So none of these doors actually work, they're locked, but if you go around trying them and just walking across this hallway and answering the calls, eventually we'll get... See, this call is triggered by stepping exactly here. This is Rose, it's not the Colonel. And if you do this too many times, it will turn red actually and force us to pick it up, I think. Yeah, there it is. Was it MGS1?
Jack, it's me.
Hi, Rose.
You probably don't
Jack,
even know.
I owe you an apology.
Send a
It's
frame.
about that conversation just now. I'm the one who's sorry.
No, it's something else.
What is it?
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago, it wasn't a coincidence. I was ordered to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me?
Yes, by the Patriots.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word.
Never mind, I just looked at the clip. It's Ghost Babel.
Are you
You just
still
don't know what
there?
you're talking about.
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've reported every detail of your personal life to them these 2 years. What you did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone. Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known. Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented myself to suit your tastes. Hairstyle, clothes, the way I moved, things I talked about. You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more love you gave me, the more it hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end, too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing that.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving what wasn't real. I don't know who you really are.
Hold on, we might be onto
The person
something
I
here.
knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting because that was my job. But I did fall in love with you. That wasn't an act.
You expect me to believe that?
It's both.
It's okay.
That's the
You
answer.
had your reasons, right? Hey, I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack!
What?
I'm carrying. I'm pregnant, Jack.
Rose! What's going on?
So this call, this line here, been waiting
Amazing
long.
how you walk around like that.
They fucked up the translation. It's supposed to be kept you waiting, huh? But
Been waiting
of course, with the many problems with them just uses localization, translation, voice acting, casting, and direction choices.
Where's my gear?
They royally
Right over
fucked that
there.
up. So did we have the thing flash twice? Either way,
That's more
fucking
like it.
Blue Point, dude.
Everything you had when you were captured is still there.
Sorry about earlier. I had to use you as bait to gain access to Arsenal. It worked.
Why didn't you tell me about Olga?
You never asked. Not happy about that? Get over it.
Any effects of the virus yet?
Still waiting on that.
So, it was rigged by the Patriots?
Looks like it. From what I can tell, Arsenal is headed for Manhattan. I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal with it one way or another. There's also a troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25, according to Olga.
25?
Yeah. Can't say I've faced that many Metal Gears before, but I think we can deal.
No way we can.
We can, because we have no other choice.
How?
I've stocked up on Stinger missiles. Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
Alright, so we actually have both, and I didn't notice. We were looking for two different things, but here it is. I'm gonna link it in the chat.
Why?
Olga asked me to give it to you. Besides, I'm not a big fan of blades.
They really fucked that up.
Move the right stick up and down to make a vertical slice, and left and right to slice parallel to the ground. Move the stick in a circle to do a rotating cut. Push it forward to lunge and strike. You can guard with your blade if you have the L1 button pressed down. You should be able to deflect a bullet or two.
Alright, so there's both the Aegis 1 kernel and the Ghost Babel kernel. Usually when we look for that, I look for the Ghost Babel one. So I went to the clip and I looked for it. But yeah, I actually just linked it in the chat, and you guys can see how the little portrait only shows in whatever tiny resolution. I guess they didn't even bother stretching it. They just put it there at standard resolution, and it, as a result, is just a tiny little corner of it. A fucking blue point. Alright. Mission accomplished. So that laugh, you can never convince me that that's not Solidus, but apparently it's supposed to be the Colonel laughing. Except Solidus laughs exactly like that, and he sounds more like Solidus to me, but whatever. The great debate. I had some Twitter arguments over this. So if we just stun Snake... Oh fuck. Fucking iframes. It's not just that it sounds like Solidus, it's that it's much more appropriate to Solidus doing and saying that, given what happens. Not the Colonel laughing like that. But the Colonel does have some laughs, but it doesn't sound anything like it. But whatever. Let's stun Snake. There you go. Now if we search him, and Snake doesn't have balls, you cannot dick punch Snake. He doesn't have a dick. Alright, now that we are searching Snake very thoroughly, we will find a dog tag. Who is it gonna be? Of course. Kojima puts himself in the game as Snake. On, you know,
what are you thinking?
On extreme difficulty, the highest difficulty at the time, when there was no European Extreme. You know, there's no dog tags in European Extreme anyway. So Snake's dog tag will change depending on the difficulty, and of course, Extreme is reserved for Kojimbo himself. I forget the order, which one is which, but there's also he also has Liquid's dog tag, he has Bliskin's dog tag, and Meryl's dog tag, and maybe just a plain old Solid Snake dog tag, depending on the difficulty. Yeah, I forget which one is which, but on Extreme he has Kojima, because, you know, Kojima will often put himself in the game through, or you know, put his words or his messages or his feelings or whatever in the game through Snake. So, and that's exactly what's about to happen here. It's no coincidence that it happens here. As soon as we step out of here, you know, Snake towards the end of the game here is pretty much just a mouthpiece for Kojima, trying to desperately pass on that message. You know, a huge part of the reason that you don't play as Snake is Snake can take this role as a mentor, and you know, when he's around, Raiden is like this rookie fanboy who looks up to him, so you're always going to be paying attention to what Snake is doing and saying, right? Because he's this sort of like mentor hero figure for Raiden and the player. You're going to be hanging on the edge of your seat and always pay attention. You know, makes Snake much cooler, much more important when he's around. That's like 60-70% of the reason you don't play as Snake in MGS1. People don't seem to understand that. That if Snake was the player, he would not be able to convey Kojima's message to the player. And that's exactly what's about to happen. Kojima in the game as Snake is about to just give you, you know, his message that failed again, desperately, unfortunately, and miserably. Because MGS2 is all about the struggle between, you know, having the Patriots interpret information and filter it out for you if you're too dumb or you don't deserve to be free, like they accuse Raiden. So the struggle between that or, you know, finding for yourself what to believe and what to pass on. And that's Kojima's message we're about to hear. Oh, actually, we should sword slash. So the only way to get out of here is to wait whenever Snake decides to move on. But the timer doesn't start until you do a sword slash. Yeah, of course, that's exactly what I said in my previous segment of the marathon. For all intents and purposes, the Patriots won. People are not capable or comfortable with making up their own mind. That you need to be told what to believe in. You need to be told what Vamp's powers are. You need to be told what you're supposed to have experienced from MGS2, when the entire message of MGS2 is to take those experiences and make of it whatever you felt and thought about and make up your own reality, you know? But no, you need Big Daddy Kojima or Snake or the boss or whoever to tell you. And that's why all the other games in the series are tainted, like Raiden's taint. As he's not naked now. Every other game in the series after MGS2 is heavily influenced by the failure that MGS2 experienced, Kojima experienced, to properly pass on his message and properly pass on his series. That's why I don't really care much for MGS3. It's not even in my top 3. It's, you know, everything is poison now.
Come on, time to go.
Anyway, I'm happy we get to talk about MGS3 now.
If you run out of ammo, you can have mine.
You know, when we finish here.
Absolutely. Infinite ammo.
Wait up, Snake.
What?
Snake, have you ever enjoyed killing someone?
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
Diminished sense of reality, huh? VR training will do that.
No, it was field training when I was a kid. I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder of a terrible mistake.
Legends don't mean a whole lot. I was just a name to exploit, just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder, not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future?
Yeah, we're gonna pick MGS2. I like MGS2.
Starting now.
When we play MGS3.
What am I supposed to do?
Here it comes. You weasel things within 9 months.
Find something to believe in and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
Believe in what?
That's your problem. Come on.
And people are asking what are my top 3. I can give you my top 4. And MGS3 is not in them.
Snake,
Time to
right?
inflame everybody's butthole.
You all right?
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
All right for now, but there is something.
What?
The Colonel's last transmission was strange.
Strange? How?
Just strange. No idea.
Interference?
I don't know.
Where is this Colonel?
I don't know. I've never met the man, actually.
I'll dig around.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to help. The frequency is 141.12.
Ah, you guys almost got it. Airbomb almost had it, but he reversed the last 2. My top 4 are MGS2, MGS1, Peace Walker, and Ground Zeroes. And I guess MGS3 will be 5th. I don't know. Oh my god, on Extreme, Snake just shits out rations for free like it's nothing. My god. What the fuck? Why don't we have... I could swear I saw 3Dog pick up the body armor. Oh, but then he fucking reset because he missed the Emma Easter egg, and he didn't pick it up again. Good job, 3Dog. Now we don't have the body armor. It's okay, we're only on Extreme. Dude, if this was European Extreme with no body armor, you might as well kill yourself now. Like the instructor in Peace Walker would say. Oh shit, dude. Oh fuck, we also have the fucking hands tied quick switch thing that 3Dog does. Oh my god. Okay. I should have looked at the nerd. When you do this quick swap thing in MGS2, it means that you always have a handgun equipped, which means effectively your hands are tied. You can't do anything else. So it feels really bad for me. Now it's not like an MGS4 or 3 even, where you can grab people and do things without even with a weapon equipped. So in MGS4, this feels like handcuffs to me. It's like you always have your hands full. You can temporarily fix it by selecting none, but different styles, yeah. And then it's annoying. You switch weapons. Fuck. I really should have looked at the node. I saw that happen. I watched that happen when he missed the Emma Easter egg and then restarted. Let's just blame 3Dog for everything. Body armor, we got an anonymous sub. The body armor is now in the ocean, sinking with the big shell. Wait. I know how to fix this, guys. Since you can't exactly be subtle on Twitch. Alright, streamer name. You think maybe people would notice this? Or there. Alright. Maybe now people will notice it. Let's go. I know reading is hard, but...
That would explain everything.
Thanks, Kiefer. Is this 3Dog? Okay, fuck it. You got those two guys? Nope. Why are they not going down? Ah, fuck Of course, somebody gifted an anonymous sub to my other account. Thank you. I suppose. He actually was supporting both Dog and I with that. Oh, I equipped my M4, so he gave me ammo for it. Nice. Yeah, this is really messy now. You have the AK suppressor, but no body armor. Why anonymous? Because people like to troll anonymously. Oh god. Gifting a sub to all the Chen streamers now. Oh, that was Safi. At least that's his current account, you know. The internet is a strange place. One of the biggest challenges when, you know, having any sort of following community is like getting a message out and just letting people know that something's going on. Even if it's just a streamer name. Oh fuck, Snake is gonna get wrecked. I just don't need to give Twitch money more than once, you know? I don't really use my DRK29 account anymore, but it's actually a bit of a mess. Okay. Wait, is that a green guy? Nope. Okay. That is a green guy. Here we see one of the biggest differences in difficulty between Extreme and European Extreme. Tengu's is just ridiculous because on European Extreme you die in 2 hits or 1 hit without the body armor, and there's no rations. Meanwhile here we have like, look how many rations Snake's pooping out. And we could have the body armor, and we just do less damage. So I think there's like a difference between getting hit twice or getting hit like 6 times. Snake, what are you doing? Sometimes Snake's AI is a little weird. I think we got it. Ah, fuck, I hate this thing. You know what sucks? We won't be able to change it anymore for the rest of the game unless I save and quit. Oh well. By the way, guys, I'm gonna be really sad, like personally, on a personal level, if we don't hit that Peace Walker sub goal. Because yes, we want to get 3 dogs some subs, but damn, it would be really sad if we don't play Peace Walker. Because like I said, it's the only other untainted game in the series after MGS1 and 2. Let's see. Hey Sneak, have a Cuervo. I mean, have a magazine.
What's your problem? What do you think you're doing?
See if we have any porn.
Stop fooling around, kid.
We do, haha. Hey Snake, can you just give me a minute by myself? Yo, Heaven's Door. With tier 1. Clean, you sub. Nice. Let's add that. I mean, yeah, there's still just 3 and 4, so we should be fine. Alright, you wanna share this?
What are you thinking?
He says that, but he's still looking at it.
Moron.
See, he's still looking at it. Such obscene content on Twitch. Oh my god. Hey, Electus, thanks for the 3 months resub.
There's a door at the north end of that corridor. Solidus should be somewhere on the other side.
Probably,
Stay
yeah.
with Snake and keep
Not a
north.
chance.
We might not be able to get the Tengu calls now because they're dead,
There's a door at the north.
but we can definitely get in the next room. So here comes one of the key points, one of the key parts to understanding the game. You will hear me repeat this shit over and over and over and over, and it happens here. I always reference this. Otacon explaining to Raiden what the kernel really is. It's not GW, but GW is manipulating, Raiden's cortical, God damn it! What words exactly does he use? Like cerebral cortical activity to, read Raiden's expectations and experience from MGS1, and then create the kernel image and the image of Campbell saying things, that relate to MGS1 and all that. So, that doesn't just apply to the kernel. It applies to the entire game. So, the entirety of MGS2, there's like 2 simulations going on, you could argue. One is, the one that Raiden is going through as the character, and that is, covered for the most part of the plan chapter, like starting after Fat Man and whatever, officially, basically what Ocelot explains later in the cutscene. That's kind of like Raiden's part of it. But if you ask me, there is a bigger one, that is the real life one, that we go through as the players. And for the most part, those two, they align, because for the most part, Raiden is going through that stuff as the player is going through that stuff. But when you look at the entirety of MGS2, even, the tanker, the marketing, the development process and things, the trailers that went behind it, and even the things that happened before Fat Man, there's definitely a lot of MGS1 connections before Fat Man. So it's not purely what Ocelot talks about in the cutscene, it's the entirety of the game. The entirety of the game is made with your expectations and experiences coming from MGS1. That is assuming that you played MGS1 enough to have those going into MGS2, which unfortunately, like I always say, is a little bit of a tall order. Not many people actually done that. You can expect everybody to have played the shit out of MGS1. But that's how you should experience MGS2.
Where he is. Where? Inside Arsenal. What? I've checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
That's impossible.
The kernel probably isn't GW per se. GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity in the dormant part of your brain through signal manipulation of your own nanomachines. The kernel is, in part, your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy!
But it's probably the truth. The virus may be starting to affect GW, which would explain the kernel's behavior.
It was all an illusion? Everything I've done so far?
Raiden.
Snake, what's happening around here?
I don't know. What I do know is that you're standing right here in front of me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood.
Huh?
It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
Oh boy. Can I explain why I don't like MGS3? I mean, MGS3 is a great game, very fun to play, but there's a lot going on behind it. But guess what? We're about to start it. So after this, I will cover. You know, there's a lot to talk about when I start MGS3 as well. That's another shift in the series. It's the biggest shift in the series between 2 and 3.
Rose is being held in the holds.
It's a trap.
Help! Rose!
Raiden, get a grip.
But Snake...
It's a trap. Since the Colonel doesn't exist, there's no way he can take Rose hostage.
Yeah, you're right.
I am right.
Okay. Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
What?
If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden!
Is this what Olga was talking about?
I hope we can still get the Tengu calls here.
Stop fooling around, kid.
We good?
What's your problem?
Does he wait? Okay.
Stop fooling around, kid. Moron.
I just picked up the sword. Look what I can do.
Damn kid. What are you thinking?
Oh shit. I was facing the other way. That drip sound when Raiden's bleeding.
Damn kid.
I hope Snake's health gets restored after this.
What are you thinking?
Variety level 7. Shoot down the Space Invaders. Training will have to be postponed if we
Ooh,
are
I might
invaded
get
by
Ghost
UFOs.
Babel face again. When it's glitchy like that, it does it. Snake doesn't have a dick, no.
Snake, there's a fork in the conveyor belt. The machine is automatically sorting cargo according to some system. Take a good look at the device.
And we'll sit here and do a few calls since it's nice and quiet.
Moron.
We already knocked out Snake and look at the dog tag. Oh wait, that's not knocking him out.
Snake! Raiden! What are you doing?
So here we don't get the Solidus / Colonel laugh. We actually get Otacon and be like, what are you doing? But yeah, Snake does not have a dick, unfortunately, so if you punch him in the dick, there isn't any hitbox. Oh, I didn't realize you can stun lock him. Oh, look, more blue point nonsense here. Snake's little shoes glitching, his heels, whatever the fuck is going on here. See that texture is like brighter or highlighted or something? That happens on Snake's heels and also on the laser for the N9. Okay, not in this particular case, but sometimes it happens. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on there.
What are you thinking?
Rip. Yeah, look at his ankles. It's like, what the fuck is going on there? Blue point, I demand an answer. I don't know. We're about to see more blue point fuck-ups with the rays as well. Alright, let's do some calls.
Variety level 7.
Definitely not.
We did this one.
Snake, there's a fork in the conveyor
What's
belt.
that supposed
The
to
machine is automatically sorting cargo according to some system.
That's not
Take
creepy
a
at
good
all.
Look at the device.
It's a Ghost Babel call.
I can't believe it. That someone who has committed all those twisted acts in the woman's bathroom would make it this far. Well, this is the end of the world.
Oh, there it was again in the little top left corner. That was M1 Colonel. The M1 Colonel portrait, nice. So, that's actually another Blue Point fuck up here. That, or, you know, possibly a Blue Point fuck up, because in this case it doesn't apply, but this call actually changes, or it checks whether you've done those twisted acts in the bathroom or not. If you do all the silly calls in the women's restroom, then you will get this call that says, I can't believe it, you know, somebody has committed all those twisted acts for making it this far. But obviously for the call to happen, to make sense, you have to have committed those twisted acts. And if you don't, in the original, you don't get this call. So this is something that checks for the player's actions. And there's a whole bunch of things like this, little calls and little lines of dialogue that change depending on your actions, whether you've done something or not. And most of the time in the HD edition, those are just defaulted to yes. So even if you don't do the twisted acts in the bathroom, you still get the call. Even if you don't do the Pentasimin call with Otacon, you get Pliskin to talk about it and mention seasickness. There's a bunch of little calls like this that check for your actions. And it's like a flag, like a 0 or a 1 in the game, and just fucking Blue Point just defaulted most of them to 1, regardless of your actions. So I don't know, it sucks. It's really sad.
Big Boss here. Enter the track on the bridge to the right. Over.
Little tiny mistranslation here, misinterpretation. It just entered the truck on the right. Again, if you go back to the beginning of the marathon and play or watch Metal Gear 1, there's that call towards the end of Metal Gear 1 where Big Boss is trying to stop you.
Communicator Entertainment Program, Idea Spy 2.5. Episode 1.
This is Ghost Babble stuff.
Here in the city where dreams come true and desires rule, something is being bought, sold, and thrown away, even as we speak. But behind the scenes of business as usual, the nefarious JE Corporation lines its already bloated coffers with profits from worthless products. As JE swindles yet another innocent into purchasing high-priced junk, the FBI mobilizes a top-secret task force to put a stop to the menace. Now, the city's best-kept secret spy is out there, briefed and ready to protect the people from JE, the catalog of conspiracy. Just call him 2.5.
Apple? So, that's not even radio drama. It's a codec drama from Ghost Babble. I think only the European version of Ghost Babble has it. There's like a frequency that you can call to listen to the episodes. And that's the first one. But yeah, it's like a New Game Plus thing. Ghost Babble. I really need to go back and explore the post-game stuff in Ghost Babble. It's really good. But if you ever play that game, play the European version because it has more content.
Snake, like Shakespeare said, naught's had, all's spent, where our desire is got without content. Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful. That goes for items, too. Don't get too greedy, or you might be sorry. Be careful, Snake.
Mei Ling, you've changed. Speaking of which,
Snake.
Another Mei Ling quote.
What De Gaulle said.
See, that's the VR arena
Graveyards are full of indispensable
where we are
men.
about to fight Rays, actually. In VR missions, you take pictures of Mei Ling or Naomi
Snake,
in it.
You're all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can. You wouldn't be trying to give yourself a bogus score using some ingenious trick, would you? That's just about as low as anyone could possibly stoop. I can't believe you sometimes.
Krillin knows that I have a developer save.
Actually, there is something I've...
You make no sense.
Oh, Raiden's answering now.
Your mission is to infiltrate the Fortress Gallowade, rescue the hostages, and neutralize Metal...
Yo, fuck sound cut. Wait, what the hell is going on with my alerts? Wait a second. That's a freaking Outer Heaven sub, not 3Dog. And like, why doesn't this show up in the feed for 3Dog? I actually have both alerts going on right now. Fuck sound cut just resubbed to me on the other channel for 57 months. Cool, thank you. I got confused.
Snake.
What's that supposed to
Are we not able to get the call where he's eating right now? Or just going like, la li lu lay lo?
Infiltrate the enemy fortress. Outer Heaven.
Right.
Destroy the final weapon. Metal Gear.
Right.
I can't believe it. That someone
What are
who
you
has
talking
committed
about?
all those twisted acts
Did you
in
see
the
that?
woman's bathroom would make
How do
it
you know
this
that?
far. This is the end of the world.
How do you know that? Alright, we'll have to call during the Ray fight as well. There's a really cute call where you know how the Colonel sounds all like robotic and evil right now when he's, you know, the virus is fucking up the AI. There's one call where his voice is perfectly normal instead, except he's just eating. Like, Raiden, I'm eating right now. Call me later. I don't like that call because his voice is like so friendly and normal. But I don't think we can get it yet.
I can't believe
Don't even say it.
Alright, we'll have to do it during Rays. Yeah, there's a whole different set during the Rays fight, I think. That works too. I guess we should actually kind of go crazy since we're only on regular extreme. We can mess around.
Push yourself.
If you try doing this in UMV Extreme, you're gonna fucking die. I'll probably die here too, actually, if I'm not careful. I really wish we had the body armor. Thanks, game, for fishing mailing me. Game loves to blind you at the worst possible time for this.
Don't push yourself.
Oh, what the fuck? There's a guy here? Ah, fuck. Fucking snake. Thank you. Okay then. Emit continent. shouldn't be as many guys now. Let's see if we can get some calls. P90.
The enemy is as desperate to stop you as you are to get past them. Taking them all out is the only way through. Do it. Raiden, watch your back. Those men have special issue equipment.
These are the so-called Tengu commandos I've heard so much about.
They have blades that bullets just glance off of. Fight it with your own blade. You've had time to practice, right? Even if they can bounce bullets back with their swords, they won't be able to deflect anything too low. Use the first-person view and fire at their feet. If you don't want to kill, use the sword to hilt strike someone and knock them unconscious. Tengu soldiers carry the P90 personal defense weapon. It lies somewhere in between a rifle and a pistol. The designers of the P90 and its ammunition focused on the convenience of a pistol and the penetrating power of a rifle. It fires the new 5.7 by 28mm cartridge. The lightweight rounds feature a projectile weight of 2.02 grams and a muzzle velocity of 715 meters per second.
Meters per second?
Low recoil.
Wrong units, Otacon.
Is also quite high. It can penetrate an ordinary bulletproof vest at a distance of 100 meters. The body is made entirely of plastic and perfectly symmetrical, so even left-handed shooters can easily use it. It carries a 50-round magazine. The magazine is mounted on top, so it doesn't get in the way when firing from a prone position. But the biggest threats are its rapid firing rate and its accuracy. It's probably best to avoid a full frontal assault. If you use the blade to defend yourself, you should be able to deflect even the attacks of the P90.
I believe you mean grains and feet per second.
Tengu soldiers wear a special kind of combat suit that was developed by DARPA. It seems to utilize some kind of exoskeletal technology. The suit encases the soldier in a layer of armor and is outfitted with actuators which utilize artificial muscle tissue to amplify the soldier's strength and increase his chances of survival. Using the human strength amplification provided by the artificial muscle, a soldier can move faster, travel farther, and carry heavier weapons than normal. In other words, he has superior scouting and combat abilities and can basically dominate the battlefield. Any soldiers you face who are wearing this special kind of suit will be able to move with superhuman agility. Make sure you're prepared.
Alright, from now on we're only using football field per second to measure muzzle velocity. Yes, indeed.
If you don't want to kill, use the sword.
That's it. There should be another call. I guess we kind of missed it. It's in the first Tengu. But,
if you don't want to,
oh well. Got most of them anyway. Did it change anything here?
Weapon mode SOCOM level 1. Destroy all targets to reach the goal. Number of targets, 3.
Okay.
I say again, your duty is to infiltrate.
Oh, none of your two stuff.
And seize kill Marv.
Marv.
Czechoslovakian biologist.
What the fuck is up with the translation? Kill Marv. Barf. You know, the whole reason that his name was Marv is because it would read VRAM in reverse. So if you change that to Marv, Fram, Barf, yeah. He's just sleeping.
Snake, they've input both detonation codes. The only way to stop the launch now is to use the card key to re-input the codes. That reminds me, I saw Fuyama the other day in Shibamiki. He said he was next.
believe it or not, there's a call in Rising, of all things, referencing this one.
Snake, take the power plant out. Set C4 explosives on 4 key points to destroy the structure. Snake, destroy the power plant's main turbine. It's located in the B1 floor of the plant. Break into the B1 floor.
More Ghost Battle stuff.
Raiden? I'm eating right now. Get back to me later.
There it is. So the new set of calls is during the second Tengu fight.
You wouldn't be.
Yeah, his voice was different. No, not this again. There might be another set for Rays because we're not getting them. Yeah, we're not getting those Lalululelo and beep calls.
Variety level 13. Rescue Meryl. Get real.
I think that's probably it.
Snake, take definitely not.
I don't think Snake answers right now. Oh, he does. That's right.
Right. The only way through is to take the
Oh, he just talks about killing shit.
Whatever.
Precisely.
Use your blade. Don't let all that practice go to waste.
Aren't we a little busy right now, Snake?
Right. Are you all right? Right. The only...
Yeah, he doesn't have very interesting stuff to say.
Right. Are you all right? Not a chance.
Not a chance. No, the sword actually kind of pisses me off, so I'm not using it. Bullet is bullet. Especially if you play Endless Fire.
You all right?
Duel. Ah, what an asshole. We already had multiple Scissor 61 calls. Well, we might still be able to get one maybe during Rays. Probably not. I don't know, actually. Flick. Can I get some ammo, please? No, huh? Give me your magazine. And Snake just stops giving a fuck after a while. He doesn't give you ammo anymore. Oh well. Guy just passing by. Oh, it's kind of bad. Actually, with no body armor. Shoot him in the dick. Close. Oh man. This This no body armor thing really is screwing me up. We might actually not make it. Ah, fuck it. I'll actually use a sword. Pretty close. Dick shot. Got an anonymous sub. Nice. Thank you, anonymous benefactor. I was taking it a little bit too easy there because I had 2 rations, but no body armor. Kind of made up for it a little bit.
Fortune. It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to see it end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can. Starting with you, Solid Snake.
Damn! Looks like I'm today's pick. You go on ahead. You want eternal rest? I've got it right here.
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her.
I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
I don't know what your group's been through, but let's get one thing clear. I didn't kill your father.
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here!
Jack, I've been watching how you fight. It looks like you've remembered the way you used to kill in the old days. Or is it one of the S3 plan's proud achievements?
What are you talking about?
It came as a complete surprise when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW. Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to fight fire, creating the perfect assassin to retire Solid Snake's brother. S3
there's a ration
stands
here.
for
Wow.
Solid Snake Simulation. It's a development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior. The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists,
Look, another blue point fuck up.
Solid Snake
The
shaped
stinger
by
that's supposed to come from your
Sound
shoulder
like someone you know? Jack.
is nothing more than a tiny stinger
I'm
model
sorry to see you reduced to one of the
that
Patriots'
gets
puppets.
bigger and bigger.
But I've made use of you, and their plan.
Hey, you're not supposed to see it.
Solid Snake's
But-
sudden appearance,
Yeah.
your arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among
It's
my
supposed to come
ranks.
from behind you, you know?
I had to smoke out
Like
the
that.
agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy as bait.
But some angles you can see it.
Jack.
Oh god.
Those days during the Civil War were as real as they come.
It's a tiny stinger.
Every
It's
day
cute.
was absolute. Split between life and death. You ran from it. And now you've been led back to war by something less than real.
So here Solid says, no more games, Jack. In the original Sons of Liberty, he said, no more games, Raiden. They changed this line because doesn't make any
No more
sense
games, Jack.
for him to call him
At least
Raiden.
you know.
In fact, you know what I realized?
There's no reason to
Solidus
keep you
probably
alive.
has no idea that his codename is Raiden. And obviously he would call him Jack, as he knows him.
I've given you a worthy opponent, at least. But now, you should die as the little Jackie boy I once knew.
Okay. Time for more Blue Point nonsense. But first, let's do all the calls here. Yeah, I don't know how Solidus would have any way of knowing that his codename is Raiden at this point. That's right.
I'm not home right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
Beep, beep.
Mind the gap.
The music is so loud.
President Baker should make sense.
Yeah, make your voice, man.
ESP-1, you can use that against Sniper
Oh, there it is again.
Hurry up and save Meryl. What's that supposed to mean?
Hey, new sub from Jokesy to tier 1. New sub, thank you so much. Welcome aboard. That goes towards the sub goal for Peace Walker. Yeah, another thing that's messed up is the volume and voices, sound levels. With the music during boss fights, especially bad. The codec takes forever to load, and the sound's messed up. Thanks, Blue Point. Another thing, and the two things we're about to see actually in this fight.
Aim for Ray's head section with the Stinger missiles. The mass production method is unmanned. It's probably under the control of
What?
GW.
Can't hear you.
Arsenal's
Speak
new
up.
AI. A chaff attack should cause electronic interference and confuse Ray for a moment. Use the opportunity to fire a Stinger into it.
Benjamin with the sub, the prime sub, thank you.
Use the sword to deflect Ray's machine gun fire.
Terrible advice. Absolutely terrible advice. Takes like an hour to get the sword out.
You can't move while you're aiming with the Stinger, but hitting the R2 button will let you do a quick change of weapons. If you see Ray getting ready to attack, use the quick change to deselect the Stinger and get the hell out of there. Approach Ray with extreme caution. There's no way you'll survive being stepped on. Even if you manage to get out of the way, you'd probably get knocked off your feet by the impact. You'd be wide open to an attack. However, if you drop and roll at just the right time, you should be able to get away without losing your footing. Ray's missile targeting system doesn't seem to be very effective against targets within close range. You could try going in really close. For a last-ditch evasion from an attacking Ray, try dropping.
Nano paste.
Mass production Ray models were designed to flank Arsenal gear. Their system probably isn't equipped to take on human opponents, and the scale of their movement should be larger and clumsier than yours. Keep moving and you'll have your chance. Don't give up.
I think the nano paste call is actually the last one. It takes a while to get there.
Raiden, watch out for Ray's guided missiles. They have heat warheads, designed for anti-tank or anti-warship purposes, so it's probably not intended for anti-personnel use, but you still won't survive a direct assault. It's probably also equipped with an image-guided tracking head. The guided system is quite advanced, but it's not designed as an anti-personnel weapon, so you should be able to jam it with some chaff. You should also be able to evade it if you keep moving. Dodge by rolling.
Yo, it's Chapinski, the man, the myth, the legend. with the 2 months. Prime sub, thank you. Good to see you, man.
Ray shoots a jet of super pressurized water from its mouth. Fundamentally, it's a hydro cutter, but the power is on a completely different scale. The moment Ray opens its mouth is your chance to attack. Shooting a stinger into Ray's mouth should inflict some real damage. Metal Gear Ray was originally designed by the Marines as a countermeasure against other Metal Gear variations, but the mass-produced model is only based on the Marines' design. It's been redesigned to guard Arsenal Gear. Now it protects another Metal Gear. I heard all this from Emma. It seems that the mass production model Metal Gear Rays have cooperative engagement capability, with GW as the primary control system. Several Rays can connect with Arsenal Gear and mutually exchange data. Within this unified domain, all Rays can cooperatively manage threats through notification, pursuit, and interception, all in a lifelike manner. All for one and one for all. There's no weak spot. When protected by a pack of Rays, Arsenal Gear can move without cruisers or destroyers as escorts.
Well, it was either a mouth or a dick to put the laser on, or the water cutter, you know?
The engine system of Metal Gear Ray appears to be outfitted with artificial muscle tissue. The artificial muscle consists of actuators that resemble human muscle tissue. It's made of a macromolecular fiber that conducts electricity. This system is different from ordinary engines based on mechanical activators and oil pressure. It's capable of many different kinds of movement using a single kind of engine. In other words, it's capable of performing a complex series of motions smoothly and effortlessly. Ray's movements are both quick and precise. Be careful.
Nano paste.
Ray's armor is made of a state-of-the-art ceramic titanium alloy. A network of
Otacon kind of tilts his head back when he says it. It's like nano paste.
That connect the surface and the interior of the armor. When the condition of the armor changes, self-diagnostic systems located throughout the armor detect and respond to this change, like a network of autonomic reflex nerves. This acts as a damage control response system, performing functions such as shutting down a damaged section or rerouting signals through auxiliary circuits. At the same time, any holes and tears in the armor are repaired to some degree by a kind of nano paste that's secreted automatically from valves near the damaged area. This nano paste almost makes Ray seem like it's bleeding. You probably won't be able to pierce Ray's armor with the weapons you're carrying. You'll have to aim for the head, where the armor is relatively thin. Aim for the head using Stinger missiles.
Nano paste. It's like disgusted by it. I don't know. So the nano paste concept will be reused in Rising, of all things. Rising's healing items are nano paste for Raiden's body. But if you ever wonder why the rays look like they're bleeding when you shoot them, that's it. That's the repair. The nano paste. I think that's the last call. Now it's gonna repeat.
Ray's missile target.
Yep. Except, guess what? Bluepoint fucked it up, and just like the guards, when you shoot them, yeah, you can see them bleed, but they don't get stained on the actual model. The rays have burn and like bloody marks on them in the PS2 version when you shoot them. But as you can see here, they stay perfectly clean, like their legs after you shoot them. There's nothing left on the model. And Bluepoint fucked up the serial numbers as well. He's fucking around now. At this particular marathon, I don't think, but who knows, in the future we might do, other sub-goals for meme games, non-canon stuff, and nonsense like Rising, so maybe. Very possible. So right now, you see the serial numbers, like this guy that I just killed was A01E. And this guy is A02E. So So we can see his health bar going down, and it actually matches the serial number on its leg. And that's how it's supposed to be. The serial numbers change and they match the health bars. But Bluepoint only made maybe, what, 5 or 6 models in HD. And then they started fucking reusing them. They started copy and pasting them. And so the later ones, the serial numbers will not match anymore. Instead, they reuse the first few ones. And we'll see that happen. Right now it's early. It will probably still matching. That's 804. Yep. I know it looks like Rose, but that's an A. It's not an R. So it doesn't really make much sense. It's just a font. Yep, because it goes A, B, C, D with the series, and each letter has 5 of them. So once we reach A5, it will move on to D, O1, F, which is that one I'm attacking right now actually. This one's 8-3. I think Bluepoint only made up to maybe the B series. See, it's repeating already. See, this guy right in front of me, it says A01E on its leg again. They fucking reused the model, the first one. And in reality, you are B02F. Yep. So Bluepoint only made about, what, 5 or 6 models before they started repeating. You know, there's no BO2 apparently. It's weird. Maybe there is, but it's like out of order. Fucking Bluepoint. So these are the 2 big things they screwed up about Raze. The nano paste, not leaving any marks, and the serial numbers. I'm sure they didn't think people would notice. Or maybe they didn't even notice themselves. Who knows? They just saw the 20 Ray models and they're like, yeah, these are all the same, just copy and paste them. And I will never not point that out when we play this part because they can't get away with it. Copy and paste. I think you're giving them too much credit. There's this one, it says it's another A something, A04 again, yeah, right. We can kind of take it easy here. We have a ration, more comfy, but it's still 20 rays on the stream, you know? Apart from the ration, it's the same. If I didn't have the ration, it would be the same, I guess. One hit, you're gonna die. Fuck, that was close. Hello, A05E, we meet again. And all they had to do was change the B to an A. I mean, the A into a B. This guy's actually B05. Oh, but it's an E and an F. Okay, no, never mind. Too complicated. Another thing that they do, actually, I should mention. Sometimes, if you kill them just at the right timing, with the low health going on, because the ray that jumps on the platform is decided by whichever one has the lowest health. So the one with the lowest health will always jump on the platform first. And sometimes, through an unfortunate combination of events, you can have one ray dying on the platform and the other one, another one, already jumping on the platform, and so they will clip into each other. Which I have never seen happen on PS2. Only ever seen it in this. Oh well. So that's probably another thing that they messed with. Nice. And the game does kind of show you the, if you call the kernel, yeah? In fact, I wonder if it shows you right now. That'd be pretty neat if it shows you during the fight. There's that VR call with Mei-Ling, and you can see this arena. That's the arena in VR missions where you take pictures of Mei-Ling and Naomi. Okay, we're gonna do a little something neat. You know how in MGS 1 I finished the Rex fight with the PSG-1? The Snipe Liquid with the PSG-1? We can do something similar here. So, I guess I'll do it on the last one. Yeah, there's a Ray 3-Dog. Sector's serial number is fucked. Which one is it? Oh, it's the other one. This one's 3-Dog. Yep. Well, we're about to kill 3-Dog Raid. Sorry. Oh, they really love spamming towards the end. I kind of fucked up because I distributed the damage between the last two ones, between multiple ones, which means, okay, we can actually end it now. Last hit, we're going to do this shit. Now, you have to do 20 rays worth of health bar damage. But since they show up 3 at a time, there's actually 22 here. Because this is the 20th, is EO5, and then there's 2 more. But you see how I already did most of the damage to the EO1? And there's a little bit of damage on the 5. That means that we can end it in one hit. Because the total between those two will be 1 ray worth. But since I'm stupid, I'm gonna do this. Oh god. Just like when we finished Rex fight with the PSG-1 and then just won. Ah, fuck. Come on, do it. Just use a P90. Yes! You can use a grenade launcher. Not advisable, but it works. That's not canon! There's literally like 3 left, and it's like, it's no use. It comes short all of them.
It's no use.
I expected a little more fight than that, Jack. Decided to show you.
Olga really should have brought the fucking ninja suit. Would have been more appropriate than this one
don't do
as well.
this. They'll know.
But whatever.
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family. I know I'm going to hell, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell! Enjoy the show, Jack. Let's pick up where we left off. What's going on? What's wrong with it?
AI, GW, it's out of control.
What?
Also, I just installed Windows 11. I need to meet up in the computer for that.
I'm reading an abnormal impulse cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Stupid machines!
tortured snake.
Snake?
Bring him in.
Gorge Sears. Got an anonymous sub. The one and only Blue Point's very own original Gorge Sears. Nice. Alright. Speaking of Blue Point, another thing that they dumbed down is, of course, torture. It's not as relevant here because this is Extreme, not European Extreme, but one of the huge differences between Extreme and European Extreme is, of course, the torture.
Are you awake yet, Jack?
Absolutely insanely crazy on PS2.
The Arsenal AI is
going on for over a minute.
I admit that I underestimated you.
Meanwhile, in HD is like, what, maybe 15 or 20 seconds? But yeah, this thing on PS2 on European Extreme
out of you instead,
is a deterrent. It is an obstacle, it is a force to be reckoned with if you're trying to finish the game, if you're trying to do like a big boss run or something. It's a test of endurance. Right now, so in the HD edition it does more damage. So,
who the fuck is this guy?
but it lasts only a few seconds in comparison.
You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
Also, when you look to the side here, since Raiden is twisting his neck, it's supposed to help because, you know, the grasp on Raiden's neck won't be as tight.
That's not your business.
And you can look at Ocelot and Snake and Fortune.
It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
There's another something funny in this scene that's much later when Liquid
to begin with.
takes over, you know?
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you.
Egotistical woman.
Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the President's deaths. The Ninja. The computer virus that mimics Foxdie. Did you really think they were all a coincidence? Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the Ninja as well. As for the President, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Foxdie. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people, a sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel would provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project? How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No!
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural, only cutting-edge technology.
Bastard.
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
How's this then? Damn.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Everybody down!
What the? Impossible!
God damn it. So when Liquid takes over here, and he comes out of Ray, and the portal opens, and we're not really supposed to see it, but again, because HD,
She is Lady
he
Luck.
fucking pops out of nowhere. So the hatch opens and he's like, pop, teleport.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family.
Whatever.
Again.
Fuck. I can see my family, whatever. Well played, sir.
Damn! Try this instead. No!
No! No, not now!
Oh god, he just appeared.
Liquid!
Yeah, we're not supposed to see that.
I've been waiting for this!
It can't be!
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all... I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss. Time to say goodbye!
Damn!
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Liquid! Stop this thing!
Hey, Snake! You coming?
Federal Hall.
What are you laughing at?
Do you know what day it is today?
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence. The dawn of a new nation. Here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule. Liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles. Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context?
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you?
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul-searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for Solid Snake Simulation. What it does stand for is Selection for Societal Sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Why don't you do
Solidus
it?
at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? our beloved monsters. Enjoy yourselves.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents. I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free. I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they've formed.
Banana machines? Banana machines. Chat, are you receiving? We're still here. How very kind of Solidus to wait those 20 minutes while Raiden was on the call. Alright, let's mess around with him a little bit. We'll do some calls. We will exploit his AI and weaknesses. Let me take a look at the resubs here. We got quite a few Prime subs. Evil 6, Zodiac 8, and Double Down Productions, all Prime subs. Thank you guys. Welcome aboard. And we got another new... Damn, Solidus. I gotta... Get out of here. Reset. Get out. New sub. Tier 1 sub from Crazy D. That actually was added to the Peace Walker sub goal. Thank you. What am I doing? So unfortunately Solidus doesn't really fit in with the huge difficulty spike that's towards the end of the game, you know, with Tendu's, Raise, the Torture if you're on PS2. Those are all really hard. But Solidus is unfortunately not that hard at all. The main problem with Solidus is that we can parry most of his attacks. Like, he only has 1 or 2 attacks and you can't block it like this. Let's do some calls while he's down.
Right, take Solidus down. Think about Olga's child and your Rosemary. You must win.
You're about as long as it gets.
Right, you have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. You're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
It's pretty loud.
The old model destroyed 4 years ago with Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces. to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your codename, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it! I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the codename the U.S. Armed Forces
Yeah, her eyes.
gave the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are
The colonel gets the skull face. Oh my god, it's skull face. And she gets her creepy eyes when it changes.
And the weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Salabout as low as it gets.
How's your murdering going?
Jack, are you okay? How's your murdering going?
You can really take a look here.
Be strong. Whatever happens, don't forget that my life's at stake too. Try to do something for me for a change.
Yeah, we're gonna call Otacon here.
What? You want to save? Honestly, you only rely on people when it's convenient for you. Okay, get back to your murdering.
Nice.
You're doing this to save me, right? Don't deny it. I've done so much for you, haven't I? See ya.
How cute.
What? You want to save? Honestly, you only rely on people when it's convenient for you.
That's the same one.
Be strong.
You're about as low as it
Be strong. Wow.
Right? You don't have a lot going for you with just your bare hands. You have your own blade. Use it. Watch out for Solidus's snake arms. If they catch you, shake yourself free by pressing the left stick. or
You
the
call them
button.
snake arms. Solidus's snake arms.
The missiles from the snake arms pack a punch, but they're fairly low on maneuverability. You should be able to shake them as long as you don't stop moving. If you can't get rid of them, slice them with the sword.
Yeah, we can actually do that. It's a little risky, but we can do some rules of nature shit.
Don't attack from the front. His defenses are too good. Go around to the side or back.
Bad advice, Otacon.
Don't stay in Solidus's range. It's too.
Let's do that. It's a little risky, but we can show it. Yes. The timing has to be perfect to do it. So they're not tentacles. They're snake arms. Because, you know, notoriously, snakes have arms. I think it's supposed to be that the arm itself is like a snake. Oh, that's the attack we can't block. One of them. Now he's just about to get rid of them. Second phase.
This is where it gets interesting.
One more snake arms. But he is now faster with both his movement and reaction speeds. Like that attack he just did that you can't block. It's faster now. And he starts leaving fire around all over the place. And when we are set on fire, it hurts, but we have the BDU. Changing your clothes puts out the fire. It's a cute little mechanic there. One of the reasons of fighting Solidus as Solid Snake in the boss rush or in Snake Tales is a huge pain in the ass because Snake doesn't have the sword. He also doesn't have the BDU. So if you catch fire as Snake, it hurts. It hurts quite a bit. Oh, 1972 in 2 months. Thank you. We've got a few calls left to do.
Strike out at Solidus from outside his range. Make sure your aim is good, though. If you miss, you'll be wide open for Solidus to get on. Solidus uses an accelerator, so make sure you don't lose him. If you catch fire, just go into a roll until the fire goes out.
Much better just switch to BDU. Broke aim with 3 months, thank you.
Solidus has an eye patch on his left eye, so he should have a blind spot to his left. Maybe slipping into that spot will give you an advantage.
So here's the thing with his blind side, which is actually an insane little detail. He's right, but we're gonna use it the opposite way. So, since his blind side is on his left eye, right? If we stay on his left side, like here, he won't block, and he goes down. If I do the exact same thing, but on the right side, he has time to block, like this. Except when he blocks, he always counterattacks with a kick. And the kick you can block, and then we can actually abuse that to reset his hit count. Because usually he goes down after 3 hits like this. But if he blocks, that resets his hit count. So we do 2 hits and then slap, which doesn't count as a full hit. And then on his good eye side, I will let him block. I will go there on purpose. Let him block, and then we can repeat that. We can actually keep him stuck forever like that. Let's switch the blade to lethal now. Just to show off. Also, was there another color too? You see, I will purposefully go on his good eye side to let him block, and then repeat. But it is a cool detail that, of course, he has a blind side, and you can use that and he won't block. Yeah, like that. Because otherwise you have to wait for him to get up every time. I'm not sure why he's trying to elbow me when he has 2 swords, but okay. I guess we already have plenty of kills in the save, so it doesn't matter. I was like delayed or something. Another little funny thing we can do, if we time it right, we can cartwheel into him while he's rushing forward. Except if I do it again, we'll actually end the fight because he has no stamina left. Yeah, once you start blocking his attacks, it's all over. It's very easy.
The power suit that Solidus is wearing is a state-of-the-art exoskeleton that makes use of artificial muscle tissue. It gives the person wearing it superhuman motor skill capabilities. It's the same technology used in Ray's engine system and the Tengu soldiers' combat suits. Your skull suit uses a little bit of it too. A number of sensors stretch between the surface and interior of the suit like a neural network. When these sensors detect an impact, the artificial muscle in the suit reacts instantaneously by automatically contracting and diffusing the damage. So you can't just chop it in half with your sword. Your suit uses the same technology. You could almost say that your suit, Solidus' suit, and Metal Gear Ray are like brothers.
Brothers, huh?
Don't stay in Solidus' range.
I think that's the last call, actually. Now he's repeating stuff.
If you catch fire, whatever.
If you catch fire, whatever. Yeah, because we got to beat you. It's whatever.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. Take Sodom.
Alright, let's end it. Slapped. Bitch slapped. So this game was heavily influenced by the events of 9/11. Being developed and almost released around the same time, they actually had to delay the game and change a bunch of things because of 9/11. One of those things being, of course, the entire scene with Arsenal crashing into Manhattan. That got pretty much removed. We only see a little bit of it left here. They also changed the flagpole. See that flagpole there? It's supposed to have an American flag, and then Raiden was gonna cut it down, and it would fall on Soldiers' body and wrap around him. But for reasons of sensitivity, after 9/11, they decided not to do that with the American flag being cut down, I guess. They also changed... Okay, this one's funny. This is the funniest one. They changed Raiden's Japanese characters in the Japanese edition. Instead of writing his name in kana, they started writing his name in kanji because the kana for Raiden looked too much like Laden, like Bin Laden. And so, if you play the Japanese version, you'll see that Raiden's name is in kanji so that it doesn't look like fucking Bin Laden. I am not kidding. Raiden is literally Bin Laden. That's true. Yeah, with that sword slash, I guess he was supposed to cut down the American flag. Yep, Bin Raiden. Hey, X-Maron with 2 months resub. Thank you. Welcome back. So enjoy the ending, guys, and remember, we're going non-stop MGS3s right after this. And we'll take a look at Vamp in this scene as well. Because he's there, he's lurking in the background. Next to Yoji Shinkawa's car, that yellow car. On the left you can see here, actually.
Who am I, really? No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
We're not ready for that.
If I can.
Nobody's ready for that. Not 20 years
you didn't
after.
Have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you.
It makes me a little bit sad every time I play this, knowing how it ended. Oh well. Raiden throwing away the dog tags is breaking away from his, you know, being stand-in for the character persona and finding his own
dog tags
path. Konami? What's that? Nah, shake your head, Konami.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name and my own life.
There he is.
I'll find something worth passing on.
No, you won't.
They taught me some good things too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word, even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry, I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up, we have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Snake gets in Otakun's car and they leave together. That's how, if you look at the original game plan, that's how Snake leaves Otakun's car. Otakun's like, get in, loser. But we can also see Shinkawa's car and Vamp right next to it. You can still see Vamp between Raiden's legs there a little bit. It's a cardboard cutout of Vamp, but yeah.
Snake?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
Did you just call Peace Walker non-canon?
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah.
The genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas.
Yeah, it's been
our
done
culture,
before.
Poetry, compassion,
Memes.
sorrow, joy.
The memes.
We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
I called it a Metal Gear Shit-a-thon, where we play all the brain-damaging games. Twin Snakes, MGS4, Rising. Yeah. Snake's Revenge.
I stare at the stars and the sky up above.
I'm just one PC board. God.
What am I made of?
People think acid is a meme. It's not. It's good for what it is.
Am I hurt and pain or
Games like Portable Ops, Ghost Babel, Acid, they're good. They're non-canon. It doesn't automatically make them, you know, nonsense. There's more to it than that. Besides, Portable Ops isn't very much relevant. So it's complicated. It's not always a question of, oh, is it canon? Did Kojima touch it with his dick or not? It's much more involved than that. Anyway, let's take a little break before MGS3.
I can't say goodbye to yesterday, my friend. I keep holding on till the end.
Nastasha Romanenko being credited as a real person, having written In the Darkness of Shadow Moses. Nice. Well, if we hit the Peace Walker sub goal, then the next one is going to be, yeah, the PP, V, whatever. I don't think we'll do two, one for Gun Zeros and one for Phantom Pain. I think just, you know, maybe just V sub goal. I have to confirm with Dog, but that's probably the best. I don't know. The PP. Logo with bids, thank you. So Toyota, man.
Why can't each of us in the world ever see the best things in life are free? Little sounds of laughter, a warm hug, a smile, a kiss from you to me. I fall to my knees, I cry and I cry. Love, do not pass me by. It's there that I'll find inner peace, not war, and dreams that I let slip away. I'll find the joyfulness I'm looking for way back in yesterday.
Hey, got a new tier 1 sub from Hido1. Thank you. Let's add that. Welcome aboard. Are you enjoying the stream? It is now 4:20. That explains a lot.
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Whatever.
God damn it, Gorlab.
Snake, you there? It's me. I've finished going over that disk.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but...
But what?
They're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?
But yeah, there is some truth to Raiden going, whatever, to MGS2's ending, because he completely misses the point of it. God, a 20.5 hour run of MGS2. Crazy. Crazy stats. What the fuck was Three Dog doing? Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, that's what it usually amounts to if you're doing an in-depth run. This wasn't even, there's still a lot of things that we could have talked about. It's just so much stuff what I'm used to. Anyway, now we are at that point, Spooter. We are at that point in the series where MGS2 released and people played it and they got pissed off and they didn't get the ending and they weren't comfortable doing what the ending tells you to do. And instead, we just, MGS3. Dog died a lot. Are you telling me those 40 plus continues were not on purpose? Damn. All right.